What's going on? Welcome back. Another episode of Kush Equilibrium. I'm your host. Oops, great. And boy, it's Super Bowl Sunday. We just saw the Kendrick Lamar halftime performance, and it was everything we expected it to be. God damn, Dot. I mean, wow. Like, give me a second. Let me. To have Samuel L. Jackson play Uncle Tom, to play up on that black stereotype of us having to play the game, to be bold enough to mention Drake by name as you look into the camera and hit him with the wink, like, to mention the lawsuit, to tease at it like that was a hell of a fucking show. I was wondering, because normally the stage is shared with so many different people, the fact that you got you a little taste of scissor, and other than that, it's all Dot. I'm glad he took the stage for himself instead of shared it with a whole bunch of different people or whatever. Like, yeah, that was a big concern for me. Is he was gonna share? He was gonna share the stage. Halftime performance is better than the goddamn Super Bowl, because this game is still going. It's looking like a blowout. I'm glad we got Squabble up. I'm definitely glad we got Squabble up. I was wrong. I gotta admit out the gate I was wrong. I thought he would be bold enough to use this stage to debut something new. And he did, which is cool. I'm not disappointed. I was just trying to think out the box, like he was trying to do something different. But he gave us a hint about going into stories, and the fact that he went into all these different little stories, and he played. Hey, Dot might be an actor, because he played off of Samuel L. Jackson with the, hey, you being ghetto, it's too loud, messy. Like, he played that. Samuel was that role of, hey, get in line, conform, do what you're supposed to do, not what you want to do. And man, fire. If I'm Drake, I'm sick. Because what you did was, instead of him just playing this little piece of the song, I never thought he was going to be able to play the whole song. It's a halftime show, not a concert. To make fun, to tease at playing it, but also play up that lawsuit was crazy. Like, Drake, it's like when Drake did that lawsuit, right? He kind of gave Kendrick like another thing to dangle and play with. Like, okay, let me throw that lawsuit in there too. They not gonna get a thank you, but the NFL is definitely owed a thank you, because they could have seen what Kendrick was doing and been like, no, we need this to tighten up. We can't have nothing with nothing. They gave him full reign to do whatever he wanted to, trusted the process, and something could come of it. We don't know yet. The performance just happened, so something could come of it. But for the NFL to go from Colin Kaepernick being in trouble for taking a knee and standing for black equality, to letting Kendrick Lamar in your face talk about blacks having to play the role of get along to go along, for that message to be relayed at your halftime show, man, major salute to the NFL for having the heart to do it. It came a long way. Not saying the NFL perfect, they still fuck up, but to let that performance happen in New Orleans, where the blacks ain't treated the fairest when it comes to laws, And to let that type of performance happen there on this type of stage took a lot of nerve from the NFL. And everybody's gonna talk about that, and that's cool. I get it. He the star of the show, but at the end of the day, let's not be blind about the fact that the NFL, if they wanted to, could have flipped the switch and shut that shit down, and we would have never got that performance. So, give credit where credit is due everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But definitely a fire ass show. Like the show was so fire, right? I lit this, right? To smoke during the halftime show. I'm in here so geeked, so turned up. I never smoked. I like it. Like, come on. And I smoke. So to get me to just like forget like I'm over here smoking is crazy. Like, I wish I recorded it. I really wish I thought about streaming it on the computer or whatever, doing whatever with it. But I didn't want them problems from the NFL or nothing like that. So I didn't do no shit like that. But I wanna watch it again. And I'm sure somebody gonna have it somewhere. We gonna see it on YouTube before the end of the night, and I'll watch it again. But just wanted to give my thoughts real quick. Nothing too long, nothing too major. Definitely worth watching. I know Drake's sick somewhere. He gotta be sick. The show hit all the bullet points I thought it was gonna hit. For sure, I felt he had to stand on that song, and he stood on it. I thought he might be forced to take Drake's name out of it. He wasn't. I knew for sure they was gonna give everybody that mustard moment. Everybody wanted your mustard. You got the SZA moment, so everybody got to have that slow little ballad. He hit the marks, and then he just went yonkers from there. And you know what? He found a way to do a performance where it was still West Coast, but it wasn't like he was mushing West Coast in our face. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, while I get what he doing, he bigging up the West Coast, he putting them back on the map. You also have to be respectful for where you at. You in Louisiana, you in the South. You don't want to disrespect them, even if it's on some accidental, secondary type shit. You just don't want to do that. And he found a way to keep it West Coast and not disrespect New Orleans. I like the fact that they did the way they did it to make sure New Orleans was properly represented. They gave them the whole beginning before. You got that Creole shit. You still got that little bounce music that they like in New Orleans. They gave you all the genres, and everybody knows from the South. The bands is where it's at. And everybody thought that little clip that Kendrick gave us was included all the bands in the show. There was bands in the show. It wasn't his show. It was at the beginning. So we was all right. We was all wrong on that one, because we all been on that. We thought we was going to get, some chromacopia or something on there because of the start of marching band. Nope, it had nothing to do with it. All y'all little Drake heads that said Kendrick can't rock no show by himself. Look, he getting SZA because he need help. What an excuse that SZA had a small little moment. He didn't even give her own little shit to get off on. They did that little whoop whoop and she got the fuck on. So what's your excuse now? See how much moving you had to do? People who wanted Lil Wayne to do the Super Bowl. Lil Wayne got that kind of win to move around like that? Hell no. Lil Wayne, stop being a hater, bro. Try to announce your shit during the Super Bowl and all this other stuff. Don't be a hater about it. Damn good show. I'm gonna get up out of here, man.